Hello everybody. Hope you well. Hope you're fantastic. My name is Gavin Mkabela. I just wanted to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Gav Talks Property and Finances. So if this is your first time on this channel, I just wanted to say welcome, and please feel at home. And please don't forget to press that red button in order for you to subscribe. And for those who are already subscribed, I just wanted to say thank you for your continued support. And I hope that the content provided, on this channel has really helped, to change your life some way, somehow. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that. Now, 2 days ago, I started a series titled You Are in Debt, You Are Not Dead. All right. So now this series really stems from my engagement with a lot of people. So I've been engaging with a lot of people around finances, and a lot of people are going through challenges in that space. And a lot of people are over indebted, and it's really a big problem. Because now over indebtedness can affect a lot of things. It can affect our relationships, it can affect our productivity, whether it's at work and business. It can really stifle life out of you. A lot of people that are really taking their lives as well, and it's not a good thing. Now, through that experience, I realized that there's a stigma around platforms such as debt review. If you are over indebted, like it's just a bad thing, and then a lot of people, you feel ashamed. And I know, because I've been there. There was a period where I just felt like I was a criminal as well, because now you want to look for a job, and then you are blacklisted, and it just becomes a mess. You don't even get that particular job, so it can really be frustrating. And then within that, I started, I spoke around my experiences, and I talked about Mr. Merve. So I've shared the link to the story, the part 1 and the part 2. So you can go into my different platforms. I've shared those links so that you can be able to follow the story of Mr. Merve. I'll never forget Mr. Merve. Never, ever. And it was that particular time where they wanted to repossess my car. I was over indebted, and the car, they wanted the car. Mr. Merve called that day, and it was a mess. So please go and follow that story. So on part 2, at the end of part 2, I mentioned the fact that I was gonna, relate in terms of where it all started, where my financial problem started, where I became over indebted. So I wanted to get to the root of the cause, so that you can be able to see how we are able to get to the positions where we get into around being in financial distress. All right. So it goes back to when I was, in Technicon. So I was in Technicon. At the time, it was called Vestec. And now it's called UJ, so University of Johannesburg. So there was a merger between Rao University and Vestec. So I was doing accounting there. I hated accounting. My mom wanted me to do accounting because she felt that an accountant will forever have a job. But I wanted to do something creative. I wanted to be a creative director. I wanted to do something creative. But my mom says, no, you needed to do accounting so that you can always have a job. So I did that so that I could please it, even though I hated it. Now, fast forward 3 years later, and then now I'm left with one module. One module, which is taxation. And my mom's like, look, I am, I've sacrificed for the past 3 years. Now you need to be able to sort yourself out. You need to go and get a job. So I then got a job at the bank, obviously through the agencies. At the time, your Kellys and your Quest were like a big thing. So I got a job through that in the home loans department. So I was a temp there for a couple of months. I worked very hard, and then I became permanent. Then obviously, permanent at the time was like a big thing. Like permanent, you can never be fired. Like you adjust, you are in, you can do everything. My mom did party, and she was extremely excited, telling everybody that my child is permanent. Oh Lord, we thank the Lord. It was like amazing. So yeah, so then everything was good. I bought a fridge, I bought a DVD player. I remember DVD players were starting to get in. I bought a TV, like I paid them off in like 2 months, and I was on a roll. I was getting my life started, and then I met this lady. So I met this lady, relationship was toxic, and then one day she then asked me, if I could be able to sign a lease on her behalf. because she was working, in the restaurants, and she just felt that, you know what, you are permanent and you stand a better chance of getting this lease than me. So I then, okay, as long as you're gonna pay the rent, I will do it. So I then did it, sign the lease. I didn't even read the lease. She got the keys, she paid the deposit and the first month's rent. Now, second month comes, she doesn't pay the rent. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, the agent is calling me. Gavin, you need to pay the rent. And I'm thinking, but I don't stay in the apartment. She does. She's like, no, but the lease is under your name. Sometimes our mind works in a certain way. But anyway, so I pay for that month. But now the problem is that I'm earning a gross of 5.5, and then my net is 4.4. And now I have a bond. I'm paying a bond. I'm taking care of home. Now the money is not enough, and this apartment is now twice the bond that I'm paying. So I'm hectically over indebted now. So I go to the branch because our staff. So we had a branch in the same building on the ground floor, which obviously it's within the bank itself. So I get there. I say, look, what are my options? And the lady says, look, you can. There's a credit card, there's an overdraft, there's a revolving loan, there's a personal loan. Which one do you want? So I decided to take an overdraft so that I could pay now for this rent. The next month, same problem. Then it's an issue now to say, but I cannot carry on like this. Now my debt level is now going higher and higher. All right. Then I'm thinking, okay, what do I need to do? And now the big problem was the fact that the agent saw that I didn't know anything about leasing, about rentals. So now she was piggybacking on that. She called me to say, the owner is gonna go to the police station, and the owner is gonna lay criminal charges. You're gonna be put in jail, and it was just a mess. I was just freaked out because I'm thinking, I just started working, going to jail, my mother, like what's gonna happen? So I decided, no man, I need to pay now. She said, okay, cool, you can pay 3 months rent and then we can let you go. But still, if we don't find the tenant, we're gonna call you, you're gonna be liable for the entire duration. Like it was just a mess. And she saw that I didn't know anything and I was freaking out. And then through that, she used it against me. Go back again to the branch. What are still my options that I can get into? And then they did a check and say, look, you qualify for a credit card, because now I needed about, I think, 15,000 to then pay everything off and get out of this thing. So they said, look, you qualify for that 15,000. Took the 15,000, paid now the agent, and I could get out of that lease. But now my debt level was super, super high. And remember now, my mindset around debt has now been negative. And I was not saving. The way I was using money, I couldn't even use money. The family started to get worried to say, but you're not even buying your clothes. You're not buying yourself clothes. What's going on? And I still needed to put this facade, to say things are good. So obviously you would spend, and now you're spending money that you don't have. And it went on. I would get another post that will pay better, but because you now have this burden of debt that you have, and the mindset which is not right, the cycle just snowballs. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger until I got to my last position, and that's when I resigned, because I was having panic attacks. I was not productive. I was not happy. It affected my relationships. It affected everything. I couldn't think productively. Everything, every day, it was debt that I was thinking. Month end were the worst days of my life, because I used to think, I was depressed. While people are excited, they're going out, I'm depressed because of this mountain of debts that I have, that I don't even know how I know how I got there, but you just, why? Why did you take these stupid moves, and now you are here? So you blame yourself, and it just became a mess. And then I resigned. Then the Provident Fund came, because now I was starting a business, and it was just, I blew that Provident Fund, and it was just a mess. So anyway, the rest of the The story is in the book, so you can get my book. So I'll also put it up there so that you can be able to see it and you can be able to order the book. But that's exactly how, this thing just snowballed and snowballed. And if I think about it, I could have got into platforms like your debt reviews. I could have gotten a financial coach, because I think that's where a lot of people are right now. A lot of people, are ashamed to ask for help. Guys, you need to be able to ask for help, because then you can have somebody that is objective, that can be able to look at what you really need. Things like debt review. It is not a stigma, guys. It shouldn't be a process of being ashamed. Yes, you need to get more information around it and understand what it is, but it doesn't mean that if you are there, then you are dead. No. It doesn't mean that you are not human anymore. It just means that you are now taking care of your finances. You are fixing your money story. Because at the end of the day, if you're not going to do that, who knows what's going to happen. There are a lot of people that are taking their lives. There are a lot of people that the relationships are broken down because of over-indebtedness. So rather than use the opportunities that you have now in order to fix it, there are many platforms that you can get into. But all I'm asking is that please go out there and seek for help. There's people that want to help you, and that's the reason for this video, to say that you are not alone. A lot of people going through so many things, but you can get out of it. It doesn't mean that this is it. It doesn't mean this is death. No, it means that you just now need to be conscious. You now need to be intentional about your finances, how you're going to package your finances, how you're going to solve them, how you're going to strategize going forward, and you see that your life will be better. If some of us can get out of mountains of debt, I didn't even have a credit score. That's how bad it was. I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get a job. It was so bad. But here am I today. I can be able to testify. And maybe, my journey, it was for this moment, so that I can be able to encourage somebody out there. But you need to be able to seek for help. There's nothing, it's not that there's something wrong with you because you are over indebted. Yes, you made mistakes. Yes, there's certain things that happen. Sometimes it's not even mistakes. It's just the situation that you found yourself in. But now this is the time to be able to fix all of that. So I hope that this video will help you in some way or form. If you feel that it's too much, you don't know where to go, please drop me a comment, an inbox, so that I can be able to direct you in the right way. So that you can be able to get help. But please be able to reach out to somebody professional, that they can be able to assist you. All right, you are not dead, you are just in debt. That's it, you are not dead. So I hope that this video really helps to be able to just highlight how important it is for us to take control of our finances. Yes, we made mistakes. Yes, things happened, but we can still fix it. We are still here. We're still alive. We still have a chance to fix whatever that we found, whatever that we found ourselves under. But from here on, we are going to be able to fix our money story and our finances. Anyway, that's all I had for you for today. I hope that you are well wherever that you are. Please let us still continue to take precaution of the COVID-19. It's here, it's still here, and may we be safe together with our families. Now, as I say, if you need a book, you can always get the book. If you want to reach out to me, please leave your message right there so that I can be able to be in touch with you. Yes, Gavin Kabela, I am signing out. May you have a super and incredible day ahead, and I'll see you on the flip side.